Hey, I'm your host, Jen Wheeler, and this is the Healthy Her podcast. I'm a teacher, author, and foodie who went from being addicted to sugar, skipping meals, and struggling to get in control of my eating, to someone who is 10 kilos down, eats all the yummy foods without restriction, and is finally in control of my hunger. I'm obsessed with helping other health-conscious women ditch the confusion and overwhelm so they can cultivate healthy eating habits and truly thrive. The Healthy Her podcast was created to give you real talk about healthy eating, as well as easy, actionable tips that fit seamlessly into your busy lifestyle. I'm not just your host. Think of me as your healthy eating hype gal, your personal cheerleader as we chat all things healthy eating, weight loss, and mindset mastery, so you can become the healthiest, happiest version of you. So if you're ready to ditch the guilt, reclaim your confidence, and unlock the very best version of you, then you're in the right place. So let's get started. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Healthy Her podcast. Now, just before I jump into today's episode, I have a little favor to ask. So whatever podcast platform you are listening on, whether that's Apple or Spotify, like no matter where you are listening, if you could go to the Healthy Her podcast and hit the follow and subscribe button, that would mean the absolute world to me. It just lets the podcasting platforms know that it is a good podcast to listen to, that more women should be listening to it. And so I would be super grateful if you could hit that follow or subscribe button. It also means too that in your podcast feed that the Healthy Her podcast comes up every single week, and so that you won't miss out on an episode. So jump over, and if you could hit follow or subscribe now, that would be amazing. Okay, let's jump into today's episode. Today's episode is all about how you're going to reset your week in under 30 minutes. So this is my Sunday healthy eating routine for busy women to set themselves up for absolute success, to have a week of healthy eating, getting their workouts in, and just starting the week feeling good, okay? Because that's what we want. We don't want to start our week feeling stressed and overwhelmed and all of those kind of things. I'm sharing this from a place of personal experience, and I'm sure that you can relate to this too, is that I used to, like on Sunday, you get the Sunday, like Saturday's okay. It's like you've got things to do, kids sport, that kind of stuff. And then that sort of Sunday afternoon rolls around and it's like, okay, yep, it's Monday tomorrow, it's a new week. And I used to get those Sunday scaries. And I think for me, it was not because of my work or my job. It was because I knew what I was going to be faced up against at the week. Like it was going to be kid stuff, home stuff, the house, like work. It was all of those expectations and things that I knew were coming up on a Monday morning that I would need to juggle and that I would need to try and be on top of. So that's where those Sunday scaries came from for me. It was almost like a bit of anxiety of like, oh, here we go again, another week. And there's all these things thrown at me. I just found that my Mondays felt really bad. Like I would wake up on a Monday morning and I felt overwhelmed from the second that I opened my eyes. I felt stressed. I was grabbing a piece of toast and eating it out the door. Like my house was a mess. Like I wasn't making good food choices. I definitely wasn't showing up for myself. And I just made a choice that eventually that I didn't want to feel this way anymore. I didn't want to start my week feeling behind and just feeling like I was one step back before the week had even begun. And it's just the worst feeling ever. And I just decided one day that I just don't want to feel like that anymore. And so that was kind of the catalyst for me wanting to make a change as to how my Mondays look, how my week starts, how I feel too, starting the week feeling stressed and overwhelmed and anxious before the week had even begun. So to change the way my Monday felt, I needed to change the way that I did my Sundays. Now, I feel like there's a little bit of, I don't know, society is kind of a weird thing. It's like if you say to someone, Jen, what did you do on Sunday? And you say, oh, well, I went out for breakfast and then I did some meal prep and I did these few things and I set myself up for the week and like I planned my meals. And people are like, okay, well, it's kind of like you're a bit of a weirdo. Like you're a weirdo for doing those things. Where if someone had said to me, hey, Jen, how was your Sunday? And I said, oh, sat on the couch like all day and I did nothing and I binge watched like this entire series. It was so good. It's like that's socially acceptable. It's like, okay, well, that's how you're supposed to spend your Sunday. And I think for me, that was a big sort of mindset shift that I had to make, that it was like, oh, well, I'm not doing Sunday the right way if I'm not sitting on the couch watching Netflix and doing nothing. Like I really had to shift the way that I was looking at my Sunday and the way that I approached the things that I did on a Sunday. And I know often we can get sort of stuck in this thing of like, well, if I do meal prep on a Sunday, well, that's giving up a part of my weekend and that's giving up a part of time that I'm supposed to be relaxing and not doing work and those kind of things. But I've really flipped the way that I look at it. And for me, doing 30 minutes on a Sunday to reset myself for a week of healthy eating and for feeling in control, less stressed, less overwhelmed, like I see that as a relaxing thing because it's helping me set myself up for the week. Putting aside a little bit of time on a Sunday as a negative thing, like I'm missing out on something. Could understand if it was 7 hours of meal prep or whatever, but it's not. It's like 30 minutes in your Sunday to set yourself up for a week of success. And I've just found doing that has been a game changer, and it has really changed the way that I feel, the way that I start my week, the way that I show up for myself. And I just feel better. I feel more organized, and it just has helped me make better food choices throughout my week. So the awesome thing is that I have saved you a ton of time, and I have tried and tested lots of different sort of like routines for a Sunday, like lots of different ones that can take you a few hours, ones that can take you 10 minutes, ones that can take you 30 minutes. And I've tried doing different things, and I've just found these are the top things that have made the most impact, that were the easiest to implement, that set me up for a great week. So I really want to share with you these top tips that I have found. And like I said, I've really narrowed it down to just under 30 minutes. Like it even can take less time than that for you to set yourself up for the week. So I don't know if you want to grab if you're home and you've got a pen, or whether you can just pop this in your notes folder, or you can go back and listen to the episode down some. These are the top things that you can do to reset yourself for a week of healthy eating and just feel organized, in control, and less stressed. And I'm sure if you're like me, that is what we all crave as busy women, is a little bit more calm, a little bit less stress, and just feeling a bit more like we're on top of things instead of always chasing our tails. So the first thing you need to do in your 30-minute Sunday reset is you need to plan your family dinners. You only need to do this for Monday to Friday. That's it. Don't worry about the weekend. So plan your family dinners from Monday to Friday. Now, this can be as fancy or as basic as you want it to be. You can use a beautiful meal planner like some of the ones that we have on my website, theactivebot.com, or you can literally use your notes folder or a piece of scrap paper that you find in your second drawer. It can be as simple or as basic or as fancy as you want it to be. Do not overthink it, okay? Just plan your family dinners. And this can literally just be Monday, we're going to have some chicken schnitzel and some veg. Tuesday, I'm going to do a spaghetti bolognese. Wednesday, I'm going to have tacos. Like whatever it is, just write it down on a piece of paper. And then make sure, check your fridge and pantry that you have those ingredients to make those things. Now, to do this will take you maybe 5-6 minutes max. And what this will do, planning your family dinners on your Sunday, will help eating healthy during the week easier, because what happens at the end of the day, especially at the end of the workday as busy women and mums, is we get decision fatigue. So we've made so many billion decisions throughout the day. So when it comes time to work out what to cook for dinner, it's not the physical act of cooking. That's not the hard part. It's the planning. It's what are we going to eat tonight after we've decided 10,000 other nights of what we're going to eat. So what are we going to eat? Do we have the ingredients for those things? So if you can end your work day and, okay, well, it's Monday and this is what we're going to have on a Monday, and you know that you've got the ingredients, it will reduce your stress. It will stop you from ordering takeaway, and it will make eating healthy easier because it's reducing all of that decision fatigue. I have mentioned this before on the podcast, but I found that when you plan your family dinners and if you communicate what you are eating with your family, so your kids and your partner, you all know that on Monday, this is what we're eating. I found it really saves those arguments about, oh, well, I didn't want that and I don't feel like that. And can we have this instead? If it's there, if it's on the fridge, everyone sees it, it's what you're having. It reduces the complaints, the arguments. And again, that reduces your stress and your overwhelm because everyone knows what we're eating and it makes your week easier. Okay, number 2, put out your workout clothes, okay? Put out your workout clothes. This is what you are going to do on a Sunday. Put out your workout clothes. Put them somewhere where they are going to be seen. Do not put them like in a separate room or away. Like it needs to be something that when you open your eyes, the first thing that you look at is your workout clothes. Now, whether that means you're going to do a morning workout during the day or after work, whatever it is, just make sure your workout clothes are there because it acts as a constant reminder. Your day is getting really busy and you're like, oh, am I going to get that workout in? Like it's a constant reminder to like, no, I've got my stuff out. I'm going to make it happen. It sounds like a really silly thing, but it is an exceptionally good tool to helping you get your workouts in because those clothes are there and it's like an expectation to your brain that's like, well, I've said that I'm going to do that thing. Clothes are there, so I need to make it happen. So make sure that you put out your workout clothes. So that's socks, shoes, the whole bit, everything that you need to make it as easy for you to get your workout in at some point on that Monday. Also, as part of putting out your workout clothes, make sure that you set your alarm. Make sure that you fill up your water bottle. Make sure you're doing all of those little things. Like it might be that you take pre-workout. Like if that's your thing, make sure that's sitting out on the bench and it's ready to go. And like just there's a glass next to it, all of those kind of things. Do all of those tiny little things to make sure that getting your workout in on a Monday feels seamless, uncomplicated, like stress-free. Again, it's back to this decision fatigue. The less decisions that you have to make, the more likely it is that you are going to do the thing that you set out to do and the thing that you intended to do. Okay, number 3. Now, I have to be honest on this one, and I sat on the fence for the longest time, like when I first started my weight loss journey, about meal prepping my breakfast. I could never quite understand the benefits of meal prepping your breakfast because for me, I thought, well, breakfast is like one of those things that's really easy. You just pop a bit of toast in the toaster or you just throw some cereal in a bowl. And I could never quite understand like why you would use your meal prep to meal prep your breakfast. But as a busy working woman and mum juggling all of the things, eating a meal prepped high protein breakfast has set me up for success every single day. And I can only say it more so now because I've been doing it for longer. If I don't have a meal prep breakfast that's ready to go in the fridge and one that's high in protein, my day doesn't go very well. If I'm resorting to a piece of cold toast, what happens because there's no protein in my breakfast, I'm then hungry. And then I start picking and then I start snacking and it just has this like knock-on snowball effect for the rest of my day. So number 3 would definitely be meal prepping a high protein breakfast. That's exactly why I created the Real Nourish meal prep mixes because women need time-saving solutions. And the high protein pancake bake and the high protein breakfast crumble make you meal prepping a high protein breakfast really simple and really easy, and it can be done in literal minutes. Like I said, we get so stuck with this meal prep thing that it's got to be towers of matching Tupperware containers and it's got to take us hours and all of those things. No, just meal prep your breakfast. It can literally, that's another 10 minutes out of your 30-minute reset, and it will literally change the way that your Monday starts because instead of scrambling around and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry, like you need for the kids and I'm not ready and what am I going to eat? And whether you're skipping breakfast or like I said, just having that cold piece of toast as you head out the door, there is no better feeling than opening the fridge, pulling out your breakfast, warming it up in the microwave for a minute or so, and your high protein, healthy breakfast is ready to eat. It is the best feeling. And what I've kind of found too over time is that it's almost like a little moment of self-care for myself. It's like, oh, I took the 10 minutes to make this and I'm showing myself some self-care. I'm setting myself up for success. And I just find, like I said, it really sets me up for a good day of healthy eating and I make better food choices.
If you're like me and you have a busy life and you want to start your day successfully, which for me is a high protein breakfast, I love using the Real Nourish products. Their pancake bake or their crumble are my favorite. Like no brainer. There's nothing that comes close to these products. You literally make them in minutes, and when they're cooked, they make 3 generous serves. So you eat it feeling like a queen, like you are full, your belly is satiated, and you are ready to start the day. And the last thing you're going to be doing is thinking about food for a few hours. That is for sure.
There's so much research out there that says that when you start your day with a healthy, nourishing breakfast, it actually has the knock-on effect of you making better food choices throughout your day. So it's definitely one to start doing. And like I said, you can use the Real Nourish mixes. You can make overnight oats. You could do pancakes, like whatever your thing is, whatever you prefer. It might be an omelette bowl, like those kind of things with lots of eggs and egg whites to keep the protein up. Like whatever your preferred breakfast is, make sure it's high protein and just spend 10 minutes on a Sunday meal prepping yourself a high protein breakfast so you can start your Monday the right way. Now, again, these things take literal minutes. I really want you to get out of this mindset of like, well, all this stuff has to take hours. No, it doesn't. It does not have to take you hours. Like I said, this is 30 minutes, under 30 minutes. You could easily do this in under 30 minutes. Like it will not take you very long at all. Okay, tip number 4. This has really, really helped me because I know as women, we have a million things bouncing around in our heads on any given second of any given day. And whether that's thoughts about home, work, family, what's for dinner, one of your kids has got a birthday party to go to and you need to buy a birthday present. Like we have these thoughts that just constantly bounce around our head, like work commitments, projects that are due. Like we're always thinking about a million things. So on a Sunday, one of your things that you need to do as part of your 30-minute reset is to do a brain dump. Okay. I have found this has helped me so much when I'm overthinking, when I've got a lot on my plate. So on a Sunday, I want you to do a brain dump and write yourself a to-do list for Monday. So you can do as little or as much of a brain dump as you want. You might like to just dump in your diary everything that you need to do that week. Get your calendar out, get your diary out. However, like I'm old school, I prefer to use a paper diary. I still like having a paper diary. I've tried to do all of the Google calendars. I just prefer a paper copy. So I know that's what works for me. So whatever system works for you, but do a brain dump. So write down your to-do list for Monday. So it might be get the kids to school. It might be send off some email. It might be that you've got some work tasks or projects that you need to complete, kids' sport practice on the afternoon. Dump it all out on a piece of paper. It makes a massive difference to how you wake up on a Monday. It also improves your sleep for a Sunday night because instead of going to bed on a Sunday night and your mind is just swirling with all of these thousands of things that you need to get done this week, put those thoughts somewhere. So putting those thoughts on paper has given them a chance to go somewhere. So they're not just floating around in your brain. So it's really, really important that you do a brain dump and that you write a to-do list for Monday. And like I said, for me, I get up on a Monday, I've done my workout because my workout clothes were there. I've got my protein breakfast that's ready in the fridge. I come into my office and my study and I've got my diary here and everything's written out that I need to do. It's starting my week behind, which is what I used to do. That used to be old Jen. Old me would start my week behind and I just always felt lost, overwhelmed, stressed and confused. And it's honestly just the worst feeling ever. It's the best feeling to wake up on a Monday and your brain is clear. You feel organized. You've managed to get a workout in. You've eaten something healthy for breakfast. Just really changes the tone and the way that you enter your new week and the way that you show up for yourself from the get-go. Okay, tip number 5. This really helps me too. So again, you can allocate your 30 minutes on these things how you like. Like I said, I reckon you could easily do it in 20, 25. I've just sort of said 30 minutes so you can allow yourself a little bit of time if you need to. So tip number 5 is on a Sunday, it's part of my 30-minute block, I will tidy my space. There is nothing worse in the world than waking up on a Monday and you've got a messy kitchen and the dishes aren't clean. And there's kids' crap all over the floor and there's clothes not in the wash basket, all of those kind of things. Just tidy your space. Again, just allocate 5 or 10 minutes to tidy your space. So that may be things like wiping down your kitchen benches. It might be picking up toys, rubbish, dirty clothes and things off the floor and putting them in their place. It might be stacking the dishwasher and turning it on. It might be sweeping up the floor. Any of those little tasks. I'm not talking a massive vacuum and mop and clean all the bathrooms and do all of those kind of things. I'm just talking about tidying up your immediate space. That may also include a bit of a quick fridge tidy, throwing out the food that's about to die in your veggie crisper. Or like if you've got kids and yours are anything like mine, we don't put lids on things in the pantry. So it might be going back and putting all the lids and screwing the tops on the things back in the pantry so that your food doesn't dry out or go off. Those little things, just give everything a bit of a quick tidy up, a quick wipe over, and it will just make you feel better when you come out of your bedroom, you open your eyes, and the first thing that you see on a Monday morning is not a kitchen full of mess that you need to take care of and that you need to tidy up. So tidy up your space, do the kitchen, stack the dishwasher, like I said, for you, whatever is going to make you feel better. That's just sort of immediate space that you're living in. It's not a big cleanup, it's not a big tidy up, just a quick tidy and sort, put away papers, rubbish, any of that kind of stuff, so that that is not the first thing that you wake up to on a Monday morning. The other extra one that I wanted to mention too, and you can probably add this one in with your putting out your workout clothes, is scheduling in your exercise for the week. So whether that's Pilates classes, whether that's walks, whether that's gym sessions, whether that's yoga, like spin class, whatever your thing is, if you can, try and put it into your calendar. It's like the workout clothes. It just acts as a reminder. It's like a prompt to your brain that's like, okay, well, hang on a second. I said that I would do that this week, so I'm going to try and make that happen. Our brains need those reminders around us, the workout clothes out, the things in our calendar, because we do get so busy and our minds do get so overwhelmed and we've got a million things to think of. So it is easy to get distracted. So having those little reminders around to what we've got to do, that we've got to fit in a workout, that we need to do some meal prep, all of those things can really actually make us do the thing, and so that we stop procrastinating on it. And the truth is, like, I've just found this 30 minutes is enough. Like I said, we get so sold on social media that to set yourself up for success on a Sunday, that it has to be this extravagant process that has to take you hours. It really doesn't. It can literally be under 30 minutes and you can reset your week for success. And like I said, just change the way that you look at it. Instead of going, oh, but I don't want to give up like half an hour on my Sunday, when I'd rather just be doing this instead, or watching Netflix, or doing absolutely nothing. It's less than 30 minutes and it will completely transform and change the way that your Monday starts. Like, it is so worth doing it. And like I said, I used to think that too. I was like, well, I don't want to do that. Like, that's my Sunday. That's my time. It's my time to do whatever I want. But setting aside that little bit of time, and like I said, it's literally the smallest amount of time, will make such a massive difference to how you start your week. And so you can literally reset your week for success in less than 30 minutes. And it's really important to remember that an organized mind is a calm mind. If your mind is scattered and you are jumping from this to this to this, it is very hard to make good and healthy food choices and better choices for yourself. You show up differently and you make better choices for yourself when you're not overwhelmed and when you're not stressed and you're not thinking about a million things. Like, that's just the truth. So an organized mind is a calm mind. So the more organized you feel on a Monday morning, the calmer your mind is going to be. You're going to be less reactive, less stressful. You're going to be calmer around your kids. You're going to make better food choices. Like, there is so many benefits and so many amazing knock-on effects of you just taking the time to set yourself up for success. And here's a little bonus tip for you. If you are someone that you have good intentions for yourself, okay? So you're listening to this and you're thinking, yes, this sounds like something I can do. It's achievable. I'm going to do my 30 minutes. And then Sunday rolls around and you go, yeah, I remember Jen said that, like, we should try like a 30-minute reset. And you're just thinking, and you're sitting on the couch and like, oh, I really don't want to do this. Here's a little tip for you. Set a timer. Set a timer on your phone, set it for 30 minutes and go and do any of those things that you can do, or the ones that you want to prioritize first. Get them done and just do it until the timer stops. Like, it's a really, really simple thing. Get up off the couch, put a timer on your phone and say, for 30 minutes, I'm going to do whatever I can do to set myself up for success for the new week. A lot of our Hype Gal members in our Healthy Eating Hype Gal community and membership, if you're new here, that's my signature weight loss and healthy eating program. They will do their meal prep breakfast, but they'll also cut up fruits and vegetables and things like that and store them in the fridge. So if you have other things that you want to add to your Sunday reset, then go for it. But set that timer, press go, and do whatever you can in 30 minutes. And you will find that the more you do this every single Sunday, it'll just become a habit. Like everything else, your Sundays, if you don't do it, you'll feel weird, okay? And you will feel it. Because that Sunday that you go, okay, I'm not going to set myself up for success, you'll feel it. You'll know because you will show up differently on your Monday. You'll sleep in through your alarm. You'll miss your workouts. Your house will be a mess. You will have cold toast as you head out the door. You will make poor choices for that entire day. So you will start to feel the benefits of a 30-minute Sunday reset when you start implementing it regularly. So like I said, if you've got the good intentions and you struggle, hit that timer button and just go for 30 minutes and start organizing yourself for the week. Let me know how you go to if you give the 30-minute Sunday healthy eating reset a go. And I'd really love to hear how you feel when your Monday starts. Like, honestly, there is no better feeling because I go to sleep. So before I would be having the Sunday scaries and worried about the week ahead. And now I go to sleep calmly on a Sunday night because I know that my Monday is planned, it's organized, I'm in control, and I just have really, really found that I show up for myself differently, for my family, for the people around me. I just show up so differently on a Monday when I have set myself up for success on a Sunday. So definitely recommend giving this one a try and incorporating this into your weekly routine, especially on a Sunday. And like I said too, I've also done it on a Saturday. Like, it might be that we've got a really hectic Sunday and there's lots of things on, so I'll do it on a Saturday. Do it at a time on the weekend that works for you. And like I said, just choose that 30 minutes, set your timer and go. Thank you so much for joining me in today's episode of the Healthy Her podcast. Don't forget, if you need some new family dinners, healthy recipe ideas, you can head to my Instagram @theactivebod. And there is a load of them in my bio that you can download for free and that you can try out today. And also a lot in my feed that you can test out or that you can add to your healthy eating meal plan this week. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you all in our next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to another empowering episode of the Healthy Her podcast. If you enjoyed today's chat and found it helpful, hitting that follow or subscribe button would be amazing because your support means the world to me. Come connect with me on Instagram @theactivebod for your daily dose of inspiration and for loads of new easy meal ideas. Take care and keep thriving. See you next week.